This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman. I am here to address all of your complaints and concerns. If you need assistance regarding city services, please contact my office at 313-224-6000 or contact us via email at ombudsman@detroitmi.gov. This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga.
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
A positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard, you liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
We are all the way live right here at WHPR, WHBS 160 Victor Street, and we thank you for being tuned in to Feedback, a positive image production by Hood Research. My name is Theo Broughton, co-founder of Hood Research, and I have a co-host with me today by the name of Billy Jones.
Oh, I'm so happy to be sitting in with you. And T-Man, wish that you'll hurry up and get greater, better. We miss you here. You're so insightful, bro. We love you. We miss you and hope that you'll hurry up and get back in this seat.
That's right. And I want to say good morning to all of those of you who tune in, and we appreciate you. Good morning to Candace, and to Rosa, and to Ron, and Barbara, and Vera. And I'm losing my microphone. All right. Now, and to Coco. I met Coco this past weekend. And I want to say good morning to Katrina and Henry, and to Al, and to Gwen and Gloria, and to Paul, and to Gerald and Tom. Man, it's just so many people I meet over the weekend. It is so enjoyable for me to go out on the weekend, Billy, and meet so many wonderful people.
It's a wonderful thing, Theo, when people walk up that you have no prior communications with, and they walk up and they know you. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is that they act as though they really know you.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing with the love and the respect that I can say for me that I received that information and that type of communication. But for you, I hear about people who have seen and have met you. Mm. And it's always a wonderful thing because they talk about the seventh wonder. You must be the eighth wonder of the world.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my.
I mean, because the abilities that you have, everybody's questioning. Yeah, Theo.
Oh, Lord, I was hearing that over the weekend. How did she know that was over there?
That's right. That's right.
See, maybe because I placed it there, but anyway. Oh, man, it's funny. But good morning, Thabiti. Hurry back. And I want to let people who helped to sponsor this program know that we really appreciate you. and appreciate your support. And for those who are considering helping to sponsor this program, make your check out to Hood Research. But if you prefer to make it out to Watkins Broadcasting Company, we don't have any objection to that because that's what it's for. But we would like you to mail it to Hood Research at P.O. Box 4416. That's Detroit, Michigan 48204. Again, please mail it to Hood Research at P.O. Box 4416, Detroit, Michigan 48204. We have a website, and we want you to follow us on Twitter and follow us on Facebook, and go to the website, and it's hoodresearch.org. Hoodresearch.org.
You know, Theo, now that the station is on this 105.1, 105.2, 151.
Not 10. 15.1 to 15.2.
15.1,
Yeah, okay.
15.2, yes.
Regular TV with rabbit ears.
That's right. And so that means, I don't know if folks can understand the power that the station has just acquired, because that means that every household in Detroit, basically, every household in Highland Park, basically, that is not on the Comcast, that is not on the DirecTV, well, the other modalities, etc., but can use antenna. And that means that they can pick it up 24 hours a day from anywhere. That means that the viewership of this station has tremendously gone up. Because no longer is it restricted to just the Comcast, although, of course, you know, you can still watch it on Comcast from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, Monday through Sunday.
Channel 90.
Channel 90. But that just thrills me, and the reception seems to be so much greater, better on this 151 or 152 station. Yes, ma'am.
Right. You're right. And I want you who are tuned in to share that information with your friends and family and coworkers and classmates and church members. Oh, the church members. Let them know.
Yes, yes.
So there's an opportunity to share a lot of information. Also, on the second Saturday of each month, Hood Research has a meeting. We meet at the Dabo Center on Grand River in Wyoming. That's 12048 Grand River. 12048 Grand River. And I also want to share with you the telephone number for Hood Research. The phone number is area code 248-234-2371. Again, that's area code 248-234-2371. We have someone on the line.
Actually, I talked with them for a moment, and apparently they hung up. So, caller, if something happened with your telephone, would you please give us a call back? Thank you very much.
The number here, 868-4336, area code 313-868-4336.
And, of course, if you call that particular number, there are two other numbers that number will roll over to. Theo, you have a caller?
Oh, sure.
Caller?
Good morning. Your name and how you're viewing us.
Miss Bell,
Thank you for calling. How are you watching us?
I was watching on TV, but now I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, when you say
Channel 15 on regular TV?
On Channel 90.
Oh, Comcast. Okay. Share with us. What would you like to talk about this morning? Question? Comment?
Well, I was just calling to find out what was wrong with the program because it's not on anymore. I can't see it.
Are you speaking that on Comcast you can't see the program at this time?
Correct.
Okay, we will pass that information to the engineer to find out what is going on there.
Right.
Yes.
Did you turn to channel 90?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. Okay. Well,
So
the front office is 868-6612. 868-6612.
Well, anyway, I just want to say keep up the good work.
Well, thank you. And
Well, thanks for that information.
And sir, if you wanted to hang on the phone to listen for a while, and then if you want to make some comments, you can do that because by being on hold, you'll be able to hear the program, hear everything Ms. Theo is saying. If you want to make a comment later, you could do that by staying on the phone.
Okay. Okay,
so
thank you very much.
I'm going to put you on hold, sir, okay?
All right.
Okay.
And so you stay there and you'll be able to hear, and then I'll get back to you later if there's a comment, okay? Hold on.
Well,
Phil, we have
anyway.
another call.
Oh, okay.
Caller, Phil.
Not so slide go. Happy Monday.
Well, happy Monday to you. What you got going on today?
Well, sadly, I hate to report, I found out we lost John Conyers yesterday.
Yes, Sunday.
Yeah, sadly, I have to report. Also, I want to bring up the separate and political legal frameworks that shields the cops from consequences and gives them special rights when defending themselves, and often trains them to fear the community that they're supposed to protect.
Training for that?
So we need to understand how these people are trained, and there is a legal, political, separate legal frame that works to shield these cops.
Okay.
They only give them about, let's see, I wrote this down because I had to listen. It was driving me crazy. But they give them 8 hours training them in conflict and de-escalation, but they give them 129 hours training them weapons and fighting. And so the ratio is not even
Equal, huh?
Yes. So,
So
they
they need-
they're trained to fear you and to suspect you and to act instead of react instantly. Instantly react.
Well, you
but
know-
I still find it strange that they only practice this training on us when others come at them, run at them, cuss at them, and do everything else at them, and they refrain this training method.
Well, you know, that should be brought to the attention of the police commission. Perhaps the police commission is aware of it, but it needs to be brought to their attention at the meeting that they have. They meet every Thursday unless it's Thanksgiving or Christmas. And one of those meetings every month they have in the community. Those are the better meetings to attend because you have more participation from the residents. And those meetings move around the city. Sometimes they're at Northwest Activity Center, you know, so sometimes they may be at Butzel on the east side, but they do move around in the community so that it is convenient. Their regular meetings take place at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the police headquarters on 3rd and Michigan on the 3rd floor. How about that for a lot of threes? Anyway, the one meeting, which is the second Thursday in the community, they meet at 6 p.m. And people have an opportunity to go home from, work and have food or whatever, and then they have a chance to go. Okay, they have an opportunity to go on to the meeting and find out. Now, the telephone number for the police commission office, where you can be told the date and time and location of the community meeting, is a 313 number, 596-1830. That's 596-1830. And the person that answers the phone will give you the location of the meeting that takes place in the community, and that would be generally the second Thursday of each month. And this information that you have just shared should be brought to the attention of the police commission. Then that way, they can't say they did not know, because you've now stated it in front of 50 or 100 and some odd people in the community.
Then they would have heard it.
That's right. That's right. And they need to give you some, response like, oh, we will find out why the training is not equal, or we will ask for more conflict resolution and more training to de-escalate the
But you know,
confrontation.
when we talk about the training, etc., you know, if a person's background is that they are scary, if they're basically, saying they're macho on the outside, but inside they're scary, then I don't really care how much training you give to that person. They're especially caught up in this thing. Well, I don't care what goes on out here. I'm serving the community, but I want to make sure that I come home to my family.
So shoot first.
Just shoot first because I'm scary. And, you know, we have to understand that just because a person has a uniform and has a gun that they legally can use, that don't mean that they're not a coward. That doesn't mean that they're not a coward. And they will run to shoot you at the first drop of whatever because they're scary. You know, I mean, that's the way it works.
Or perhaps if they just want to be with the police department, work in a different department.
Yes,
You know.
yes.
They do have the 911.
I remember in high school, McClymonds High School in Oakland, California, we knew that some of the guys that was coming out of high school, etc., that had been bullies, like to beat people up. But guess what? Those were the ones that was going to join the police department. Yes. So, you know, you've got those two different folks, but what is a bully? They say you hit a bully in the nose real quick and that bully would turn. Well, same thing if they got a gun. I mean, if they're bullying, if they got you, but if you got a process where they think that there is danger for them, what are they doing? They revert to themselves and they're scared. I better take you out before you take me out. So, you know, it's
But
rough.
their training is the problem because they're told to stay on their guard all the time. And as soon as you don't, someone is going to take advantage of you.
That's right.
So they got them thinking like that.
That's
and
right.
and to act and not react, you know, so have no hesitation of what they're supposed to be doing because their thought frame of mind is constantly ready to act and not react, and that's scary. So we need to ask them to investigate the separate legal and political frameworks that shields them from consequences and gives them special rights when defending themselves. Because we know beyond a shadow of doubt, half of these murders that have been committed had nothing to do with defending oneself. It's insanity. Also, I found out that they hire a lot of cops that came out of the war, and they do not check them to see if they mentally stable. And they walking around probably thinking they still in a battlefield.
Now
So we got a lot of questions with training and how are y'all checking them psychologically, especially if they coming out of war. You know they've seen a lot of things and done a lot of things.
Right, and that too is worth asking at the police commission meeting, because we need to put them on guard, if you will, and their responsibility is the oversight of the police department. So what they need to do is do the oversight job that they have been elected and appointed to do.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
I agree. And that's probably why they snaked out the residency, because they want to put all these strange people into the community and give them excuses of fear for their life. So we need residency real bad.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. And they may come up with some ideas to help that. One of the things that I believe they need to do is put all of the police vehicles in a pool. You cannot drive your police car home and park it in your driveway, or park it at the store, whatever, gas station or whatever, because we have been told that they are a deterrent to crime.
That's
we
right.
know that
That's
they
right.
are. Other cities, not just Detroit, I
Yes.
think they do it occasionally, but other cities will take an empty police car.
A decoy cop.
Exactly.
Decoy
And
car.
Right. And it's a deterrent to crime.
That's right. That's right.
So if it works with no one in it, Sometime a dummy. Then
You know,
Then we
wait,
don't-
but you said that, but actually, they have actually placed a dummy in a decoy car.
it works. So if that works, then we don't want the officers driving our vehicles to another city since residency doesn't exist anymore. We don't want that.
Thank you.
There's extra money, wear and tear on the car, wear and tear on the tires, extra
Yeah.
gasoline.
Extra cost to the citizens because
right.
most cars have to be
And
replaced. Guess
there's
what?
no benefit to our community.
Exactly. So that's something else that needs to be shared with the police commission, and I intend to add my voice to that. You know, it also needs to go to the charter commission. They need to make that point if nobody else pays attention.
Do you think that Congressman John Conyers should have a special day or some type of
Holiday?
yes? I mean something named in his recognition. And Sylvia, what is it that you remember about Congressman John Conyers?
Oh, I'll never forget that he was one that was fighting for the reparations.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But, you know, I met him on different occasions, and he was a likable person, and he blended in and fit in wherever he was with us, and I struggle, and our meetings, and our fights. Great guy.
Great guy, yes.
And he always said, top of the morning.
Top of the now, you must have been reading me when I was about to say that.
Right.
And it didn't matter who that how you approached him. And I'm speaking from the perspective that Congressman John Conyers used to be at the station through Mr. Richard Harrison. And I remember that one week he spent the whole week here, Monday through Friday, coming in and bringing his group and bringing food, and talking to folks on the air, and you know he had some exchanges, but the way that he handled his exchanges was always with class and dignity. You know, even though you may, you know, and we have some callers that can be really kind of tough behind. Behind the telephone, they can be tough. But this man, despite him being who he is, or was, or still is, Congressman John Conyers, he still treated them with respect and dignity and gave them an opportunity, if necessary, to meet with him to take care of whatever the problem was that they were discussing with him at that time. Great guy. Great guy.
Very. Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's just one of the topics that I was listening to this morning, and I just had to bring it out because the guy that was exposing it, Seth Strutson, he's a law professor at University of South Carolina, and he was a city cop. And he was a state investigator. So he knew and know the inside of the tracks of that training, and that's when he was saying, oh, they're trained very well, but their training is a problem.
Oh,
And this is a white guy saying it. So maybe some of us will believe it, because you know how we only believe what the cold water is on the other side versus our ice water.
So Sylvia, you're saying that now it is a process that their word means more than our word?
Right. Well, I mean, the handwriting on the wall, we've been seeing this act for years now, but it would take somebody like him to expose it before some of us will believe it.
Ooh-wee.
Well, yeah, I think she has a good point there. I think she has a point. We
All
have.
right, I love y'all. I will continue to listen. If any
love you.
information comes stroll through before, I'll call you
Oh,
back.
you can call back. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're going to take this caller. And then we're going to take a break after this caller to bring our guests on. Okay. Hello, caller. How are you watching us? Listening to us?
Caller,
What's your
would you
name?
please give us your name and where you're calling us
What's
from?
this? Kurt?
Hello.
Hey, this is Kurt, calling
Yeah.
from Detroit Channel 33.
Oh, thank you for calling. What's
How
your,
you doing, Kurt?
Okay. And you know, I want to be the first to say that I wouldn't want to live anywhere where there's no police. But I think
There's
they
nowhere.
going a little overboard with things that they request. I mean, it's like a police say it helps solve crime. If he comes out and says, I want to call all your butt hairs on everybody in the city of Detroit, they'll give it to him. You can't keep saying it helps solve crime, request stuff saying it helps solve crime, and I'm referring to this facial recognition.
Oh.
If you can, now that they incorporate even a doorbell camera from every household, in other words, they can watch you come out of the house. You could be gone 2 or 3 hours or 5 minutes. They can tell you when you left, when you came back, where you went, probably even how much money you spent. This is getting to be too much. And to me, it's on the level of stalking. If you can watch me from the time I leave my house to the time I come back and where I've been and what time, how long I've been gone, you were stalking me. That's the way I'm looking at it. And thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Not only that, it would be an excuse not to hire additional police officers. And we need officers to walk through the community, ride through the community in a vehicle or on a horse. But having a camera at the intersection is not helping. Those are the ones controlled by the department. The doorbells basically are on private property. But that camera is not going to jump down out of the traffic light, run down the street, round the corner to your house to help you. That's reactive, you know. After the fact, the camera has realized, look what happened over there. And when I heard the police chief talk about virtual patrol, I was
Yes.
ready to smack him.
Yes.
A virtual patrol. You're going to sit safe, okay, at the headquarters and watch a crime be committed on the street?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
virtual patrol. We need officers on the street. We do not need cameras to be reactive. We need proactive
Because
police
if,
departments.
if you've been talking, Ms. Thiel, concerning about the time it takes from the time you make a call to get police to see you to the time it takes them to get out to see you, actually. So are they saying that it's going to take more time for the police to get out because they're sitting back watching the crime and they say, don't worry, we can see it.
Right.
Okay.
We'll come and pick you up off the ground.
And I'm in the house and I'm saying there's people
Please.
that are here trying to get
Right
in that
now.
are in the house now. And you said, don't worry, we're going to see them when they come out because the cameras will be on them.
And we'll be able to identify them after you've been assaulted.
So are you safe? Are you hiding in the
Please.
closet? So what? I mean, if I'm breaking in, I'm checking your closets too.
You right. Anyway, we're going to take a break to, huh? Someone on the
I'll have
phone?
the caller to hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Excellent.
Caller's ready.
Hello. How are you watching us? Your name?
My name, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
My name's Divine.
Thank you
and
for
I'm
calling,
watching
Eva.
you on the internet.
On the internet. Thank you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel with that police department, that training over there at that school over there by Linwood, it hasn't just started happening. Them people over there are doing such ugly things to people they want to wean out. And it's black people that's doing it.
You mean black police officers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
In the training.
Is this Linwood and what? Is this a 10th precinct?
It's their building where they train them when they first try.
Oh,
to get
Linwood.
on
Oh, okay, that's the boulevard. Okay. Mm-hmm.
and lying on people, weaning people out that they don't want to see get on force.
Mm-hmm.
And these are black people, officers,
Mm-hmm.
that's supposed to be training, that's
Doing the
doing this
training.
to other blacks.
Mm-hmm.
They have no problem with the whites.
Mm-hmm.
They encourage the white ones just trying to get on the police force.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a sad thing because when people, this going on, this will, they won't want to get on the force because these people, the inside forces that's coming against them.
Well, I
But
think
they
that
only use it on black men, though.
well, we
They
need
don't
to
use
have
it on the
some.
white ones.
Right. We need to have some names of officers to have them investigated because there's a department for that. But we do need to have names of people in order to make a difference, a change, a complaint, an inquiry, etc. But it can be done. So if you would encourage those who are experiencing that to give it a name, call me, Hill Research.
All right.
Telephone number is
Thank you for taking my call.
248 area code 234-2371. Okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your call.
Now we want to take a break because we have a guest who has come into the studio and we want to share with you. So we will be back momentarily.
This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman. I am here to address all of your complaints and concerns. If you need assistance regarding city services, please contact my office at 313-224-6000 or contact us via email at ombudsman@detroitmi.gov. This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.
Hi, this is LaWanda,
This is RJ Watkins.
coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
And we are back. And I'm glad that you stayed tuned to Feedback, a positive image production by Hood Research. We want you to know that on the second Saturday of November, Hood Research will be meeting at the Dabo Center. The address is 12048 Grand River, right on the corner of Wyoming. We meet there from 2 until 6 p.m. And people say, you do what? Oh, yeah. We're there from 2 to 6, and you will know if you come why, and you will enjoy yourself. You will learn a lot. You will share whatever you want to bring with us as well.
You had an outstanding panel at the last meeting.
Mm-hmm.
We
had standing room only. It was standing room only.
Yes.
We had Sam Riddle with us. We had Al Martin with us. We had Roy McAllister with us.
Okay,
We had my God, Nicole Small was with us that day. Who else was there? Mary Waters was there that day. Jeez.
Powerful folks.
I was there.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay, well, we can't leave Miss Theo Broden out away from the Hood Research.
Tim Moore was there. He's the owner of UIN Information. Urban Information Network, UIN. He was there as well.
Okay.
Anyway, it was an excellent afternoon. Paul Taylor was there. I just say, man. Okay. Anyway, like I said, it was standing room only.
It was very well received in the community because folks was talking about that particular meeting, Pam.
Yeah. So anyway, we have with us now a young lady by the name of Candace. She's not from the have and the have-nots. She's from right here in our community.
We don't want that Candace for real. Because I'd be in trouble.
Okay. Now, and her last name is Cox Wimberly, right? All right, I got it right. Thank you for joining us. And I want you to tell the viewing audience who is Candace Cox Wimberly.
All right. Well, good morning.
Direct it to the mic.
Is it? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it better?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here today.
Mm-hmm.
I am a Detroit resident. So first and foremost,
Yay.
born and raised in the D.
Mm-hmm.
I am currently I'm still residing here in Detroit.
Good.
Which is good to see all the developments and improvements and be a part of that, change in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I am the founder of I Am a Genius.
I'm a genius.
Yes.
I like that's encouraging in itself.
Yes, it is. And yes, you are a genius. Yes. And I am very proud to say that, just having individuals repeat that, reaffirming that we are all geniuses is the main intention of the name. Yes.
Like
yes.
that?
I like that.
I'm a
I'm looking at
genius.
the book, and I'm tempted to pick it up, but I want to leave it there as the presentation is going on because I will pick it up a little later.
Please do pick it up and see if you have questions. Let me know.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
So pretty much, I am just happy to be here again. I am not only a Detroit resident, I am a child of God. I am someone who is very intentional and seek to be even more intentional every day about how I live my life, the purposes that I fulfill, because I believe that it is our responsibility to fulfill the purpose that we are here on earth for. So by doing so, that's where and why I am pushing forward with I Am a Genius, and I can tell you a little bit more about it later, but that's just my brief introduction.
Now, how is it that a person should go about finding their purpose?
Well, I think that is a very important question, but it's something that takes time. And finding your purpose, it first starts with finding out who you are. And identifying who you are, that takes time. Being patient with oneself, gentle with oneself, but being able to figure out who you are, what is it that you enjoy, what is it that you don't enjoy, and making note of that so that you can really kind of hone in on what you're passionate about, which I believe will align with your purpose.
Okay.
Because we all have a purpose.
As I'm going through, I see this is not just a book. This is a journal.
Yes.
And this is a walk me through. I like Ms. Thiel. She has an opening that defines genius, a very smart or talented person, an exceptionally intelligent or creative person with a very great and rare natural ability or skill, especially in a particular area. And then goes to the fact that it's reaffirmation, I am a genius. And what makes it wonderful is that the book gives you the ability to go through and see all about me, exploring career fields, entrepreneurship, post-secondary education options, and it breaks it down. So if you just follow your journal, you are a person that's going to be feeling successful, and you're going to feel self-confident because you're writing things down, and you got, I notice, self-affirmation options in this book.
Absolutely. And that's a really huge key to your question of how do you find your purpose. That's one way that I sought to help individuals find their purpose was with this career journal, to be able to really take the time and really figure out, okay, let me set my goals, let me figure out who I am, let me figure out my history, and what it is, where I've come from, where I want to go, what I'm passionate about, and while doing so, there are literary components to educate individuals on different options, but also highly motivating entrepreneurship.
And if you watch sports and you look at the locker rooms, all around the locker rooms there's self-affirmations of winning, being the best that you can be. When I look at this book, it brings me back to my athletic career many years ago. And I would just kind of going through the book, the journal, I say, wow, I wouldn't know how to do this on my own. But if I got the journal, so I'm talking to you now. So if you take this journal and you're wondering how to get your career path set up, where you could be successful, where you can follow a guideline. That's what this book is. It's a guideline to success. It's a guideline to learning about you, me. Beautiful.
Why do you think that there are a number, I think it's too many, black people or African Americans? Oh God, don't call me an African. They got this strange attitude. Why do you think they don't want to know about their history?
I wouldn't say that I wouldn't necessarily agree that they don't want to know about their history. I would say that it's maybe not necessarily in some circumstances promoted or presented in such a way that one individual may be motivated to really go and find out their history, you know. But I think history is important. You know, I can even reference a quote which is from a book that we all are familiar with, which is the Bible.
Okay.
And it is, my people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. And I believe, you know, not having knowledge about who we are can cause one not to really perform or be understanding, you know, what our purpose is, and also being able to understand our value, our worth, period, going all the way to our source, our creator, and being knowledgeable of who we are, therefore not being informed and knowledgeable, that all plays out in what we eat, you know what I mean, and how we play out in life and things that we do. So not being knowledgeable, that's where it kind of throws us off in different ways. You see what I'm saying?
Why do you think many of our people don't want to research their history?
When you say research, that means I have to do what? I have to go to books. I have to potentially go to the library. I can use my computer now.
Well, yeah, but you start with your own family, grandparents, great-grandparents, you know.
You know, in this time and age, some of us don't even know who that grandparent or great-grandparent is. You know, everything can stop right there at the mother, and in some situations, don't know the father. If you don't know the father, then you don't know that side of your grandmother, your grandfather, and other cousins, and et cetera, et cetera. So you don't know. And you find that if you were brought up and you don't know your father, you don't know the other part of the family, you really are not searching. You're brought up, I just don't have a father. It's just like LeBron James. You know, he's not searching. But I was thinking, when you say, why do people not want to know the history? I thought us as a people getting the information of where we come from, and the oppression that we faced, and yet how we got over the oppression to be where we are today. I don't think that people don't want to hear or don't want to know the history. It's how history is presented to them in the spoken language, the spoken word.
Now that's a point right there, how it is presented.
Yes, ma'am.
I think shame has a lot to do with it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
When I hear people say, and I still hear that, I'm not African. You know, they don't want you to identify the fact that the ancestors came from the continent of Africa. They want to talk about that.
I think that is a new awakening taking place. So, you know, I am a millennial, and
oh no, we got a millennial here. Look out, world!
But you know, I believe there is a new awakening taking place, where people are a little bit more consciously awakened and intentional about learning who they are, learning where they come from, and that all plays a part into what you're saying. I believe that's why, you know, when you initially asked me the question, I was sharing, I don't necessarily think that people don't want to know, because what's happening now in this movement is taking place. People are becoming more conscious, interested, hungry for knowledge, to really figure out the source and the core of where and why we do things and where we come from.
I can remember, Theo, you're a millennial. I'm a what? I'm that special group of folks that used to rule this world. But at any rate, during my childhood, I can remember to answer your question about why folks don't want to be called African American back in the day, as we were growing up, America put out a situation in which they made the black folks or the Negroes here in America not want to be akin to the African nation folks. So when as we've grown now and we changed and went through the name changes from Negroes to black and from color to whatever, to and they say, well, let's call us African American. Well, people who were brought up not wanting to identify with Africa didn't want and don't want to be called African American.
Yeah, they had real issues.
So that was put into us by society.
Right, and by the exploitation movies,
Yes.
about the fact that the only parts our people could play were parts of a slave, parts of a maid, parts of a nanny, and
She don't know nothing about that.
I know. That's true. I do read.
What is your thoughts on that?
Which part?
The part that she was just speaking on.
I wanted her to finish her thought.
Yeah, well, they were ashamed of those kinds of roles. And I remember there was Hattie McDaniel, and there were complaints about the fact that she was always playing a maid. She says, that's true. She said, however, I would rather play a maid, okay, and make $70 a week than to be a maid and make $7 a week. And then she was able to give back in her community and do, a few more things for her community. When they had the blackface, which there's complaints today about how whites were making fun of those in our community doing blackface. And then you had, what's his name,
Fishburne?
Not Fishburne. I can't think of his name right now. Andy, Amos and Andy, and there was somebody named Fish on there. And then you had the detective movie, and the guy that was in there with a Chinese detective, and he was afraid, and his hair mechanically, they would made his hair to stand up on his head, his eyes to bug out. And those were the kinds of images that made the people in our community ashamed, rather than black folk being the ones who could solve crimes. And we had so many inventions, and many of them were stolen, okay? But the people who actually do the work are the ones who come up with a better way of doing the work. That's how the inventions came about. So to have us pushed to the back of the room, in the closet, in the dark, or back of the bus, etc., was something to be ashamed of at that time. You were going to say something?
No, I was just wondering, with this young millennial here, as she's listening to you, and I say that in jest, but we do wonder, what is the interpretation of hearing a veteran as opposed to you hearing or you being passed this information by your family, your parents? What is your interpretation of what you just heard from Theo?
So, my grandfather, he's a veteran,
Yes.
And he worked very hard for my family. My grandmother, she, took care of her children. I had 6 kids.
Yes.
And I was very in tune. I've always been an intellectual, wants to read and ask questions and have history and knowledge.
And she carried a book under her arm everywhere she went.
And I believe that there are no little, how's the saying go? No little I's and big U's, or no little U's and big I's. Which,
Close.
something like that. Wait a minute. No
Big eyes,
no
and
big
little
I's
U's.
and no little U's.
Right.
We all have a purpose. Back to where we were initially starting and coming from. I believe that today's world, even touching to what Ms. Theo was sharing, it starts with one really knowing themselves, learning themselves, and knowing what they're here to do. Some people are here to serve.
Yes.
And matter of fact, we're all here to serve.
Okay.
It's just in a different capacity.
All right.
You know, if you're not serving, if you're not helping anybody, then you're useless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're all here to be used, but not misused.
Oh,
So-
I like the way that you turned that flip. Do that again, please.
Absolutely. So every one of us are created to be used.
Yes.
And if you look around, the things that we have, we take and we make use of it. The clothes that we wear, the phones that we use,
Yes.
we make use of it, right?
Yes.
So the same with all of our beings. We are here to be used, but not misused.
Good, great.
So to not be misused or useless, you know, and being able to know that's going to align with serving a person. You know, you're serving somebody, wherever that was, you know, in the history's time of helping raise one's children or being someone that's serving at a home or, you know, where we are today, where we've grown and being able to have that ability to start a business and being able to provide and produce products that's going to help homes, or being able to be someone who's in a capacity to serve in different ways, but it's still to be used.
Is that what I noticed? That is that a part of the entrepreneurship in your book?
Yes.
In your journal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, Kari Frazier, here, who was a good friend of ours, he also had a program here one time, has a, I guess you say a list, for lack of another term. Anyway, his mother went back in history, checking the ancestors, and she actually had the manifesto of family members who were enslaved. And they, you know, by name and all, they were listed on this document. And she took the time to do that. But in doing that, she also, and many of us can as well, we got to stop for a station ID, to let him know, and his sister, that there were members of the family who had done well. Just because you have people who were enslaved in your family does not mean that you cannot go on and become a judge or a store owner, accountant, any number of positions that are still available, because the intelligence is always there. And as you have said by your journal, you have to identify it. We have to stop for a station break. And stay tuned, we will be back momentarily.
This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman. I am here to address all of your complaints and concerns. If you need assistance regarding city services, please contact my office at 313-224-6000 or contact us via email at ombudsman@detroitmi.gov. This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinda,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.
Hi, this is LaWanda,
This is RJ Watkins.
coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. And to get yours today, call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Shabri wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Take the first step towards staying in your home by going down to the Wayne County Treasurer's Office on the 5th floor of the International Building in Greektown.
Stop by today to learn more about our payment plans and especially the newly extended interest rate reduction program.
Already in the payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in Rite Aid stores and community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
The environment is so friendly. Always feel like home.
We have so much support from the staff. You meet people who are like you.
I always had a passion to help others, so this is the perfect place for me.
You're not afraid to reach out.
Flora Kiwang, Cameroon. Maklit Shonga, Ethiopia.
Javed Khan, Bangladesh.
Dennis Carrick, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
They give you what you need for the future.
WHPR TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon and watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR TV is now on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
TV 33 is moving to WHPS TV channel 15.2. Make sure to rescan the channels on your TV. Then go to WHPS channel 15.2 to pick up TV 33 and all of your favorite shows. The move is on, and we want you to move with us to WHPS channel 15.2. You can have your own party on TV. Party with R.J. Watkins and the TV 33 family when you hold your own Facebook watch party. Connect all your friends with our friends, and we can have a watch party together. Watch your favorite TV shows when you want, how you want, with your favorite people. Here's how it works. Log on to Facebook from your computer or tablet and go to the R.J. Watkins fan page at facebook.com/TV33WHPR. The one with the blue WHPR logo on the left. Like us. Click the word videos with the red tag that says live next to it. Then click the share button at the bottom of the video player and select start a watch party. Invite whoever you want. Your party will be recorded and archived for playback anytime you want. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. At the end of the month, the viewer that has the most people at their watch party will be invited on the TV show live. Come on, let's have a party. Now you can watch WHPR TV 33 on Fire Stick. Catch all of your favorites. Stay informed. Don't miss a minute of your favorite talk shows. Call, text, tweet, post. WHPR TV 33 is worldwide on Fire Stick. For more information, go to FirestickTVNetwork.com or call us at 313-868-6612. WHPR TV 33, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Arrested? You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be held against you. Don't talk to the police. Talk to me first, Attorney Warren E. McAlpine from the Action Attorney Center. I know the law and I know your rights. Whether felony, misdemeanor, drug, OWI, domestic violence, or traffic violation, I can help you. Call today, Warren E. McAlpine, 1-888-292-6908.
WHPR TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon and watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR TV is now on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company. You can have your own party on TV. Party with R.J. Watkins and the TV33 family when you hold your own Facebook watch party. Connect all your friends with our friends, and we can have a watch party together. Watch your favorite TV shows when you want, how you want, with your favorite people. Here's how it works. Log on to Facebook from your computer or tablet and go to the RJ Watkins fan page at facebook.com/TV33WHPR, the one with the blue WHPR logo on the left. Like us. Click the word videos with the red tag that says live next to it. Then click the share button at the bottom of the video player and select start a watch party. Invite whoever you want. Your party will be recorded and archived for playback anytime you want. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. At the end of the month, the viewer that has the most people at their watch party will be invited on the TV show live. Come on, let's have a party. You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
And we are back. And I want you to know, for those of you who have just tuned in, we have a millennial in the house. Look out, world. A millennial. Oh, my goodness.
We're baby boomers.
Her name is Candace Cox Winkleman.
Wimberly.
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 Wimberly. Cox Wimberly.
There's some history with the Wimberlys.
Oh,
Some good
okay.
history.
All right. Well, you can
So
tell us
that-
about that.
So your name is a combination of your mother and father.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when we were talking earlier about your passion with the book that you have done, I think it is wonderful. It helps people to be focused.
Yeah.
But you know, the issue I have with the educational system is that they had a JA program.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I was driving down Grand River and I noticed that the building, which was on Hubble and Grand River, had been abandoned. And I said, oh, well, that's sad. Because I thought that at that moment that they had gone out of Detroit.
Mm.
The program was just abolished. That was not true. It was just taken out of the Detroit public school system. And for those who are not aware of the JA program, it's Junior Achievement, and it was to introduce our young students to business. And you know, Billy and Candace, the reason that I think we have fewer people who are interested in business now is because they were not introduced to it. At one time, of course, decades ago, if you didn't have some kind of occupation by, I don't know, what did they do? Collect papers, or the one person might collect glass, or another person might sell ice or something. Then you didn't have any kind of income to sustain yourself. But what do you think about the entrepreneurship? I see you have something in your journal about that.
I think entrepreneurship is key. I think every person should know about entrepreneurship, and if there's a difference between being a business owner and an entrepreneur, I think it's important to really understand that difference.
Okay.
I believe that individuals, you know, can all have some type of trade or some type of additional employment for security reasons too. You know, it's multiple reasons why someone may start a business, right? But I believe that it's something that individuals should be educated on the process of how to do it. And, you know, a lot of people even work with me, team members and individuals that work with me. For the most part, I'm trying to figure out how can we build and sustain. If you're in marketing, okay, let's figure out a way for you to start your own marketing company. Let's figure out a way for you to be able to sustain yourself, because I believe that is economic stability of being able to be informed, not only informed, but starting your own business. And it doesn't have to be a huge corporation. It could be a LLC in consulting, but at least you have some way of sustaining yourself in whatever it is and skill that you're talented at, you know. And for instance, you have physicians who are medical doctors, but when they go into private practice, essentially they're an entrepreneur as well as being a medical doctor.
Yes.
You have a hairstylist. They're doing hair, but they open their own salon or doing entrepreneurship. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So there's various areas.
What is your definition of the difference between somebody that's in business, somebody who's an entrepreneur?
So being a business owner, you can be someone, for instance, if your family has a business already, or you're taking over a business and you're more like, you know, in a CEO role, you're running that business, but more of an entrepreneur, you start a business from scratch. You create ideas, you're innovative, you're an entrepreneur of being able to innovate and create.
You know, and I notice, as I'm just kind of filtering through the book, a question that is often asked: how do I start a nonprofit? And I notice that you have the steps in here as to how to start a nonprofit. You know, I mean, how do we get our young folk to be somewhat like what you were? You're still young, but I'm talking about when you were a child. Ms. Theo, I think that Michelle and this young lady have something very much in, that Michelle is her daughter, has something very much in common. Let me ask you this question, young lady. Miss Cox Wimberly. Did I say it right? Yeah, okay. What motivated you from your childhood to be a person that wanted to be educated with life and books?
What educated me in life with
No, what
books?
motivated you
What
to want to
motivated
be?
me? Educated
Yes.
with books?
Because you are an intellect, and you started from childhood with that drive.
I think it was just, you know, me, I'm an inquisitive person. I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, I'm a learner. And I remember I've never really been into television.
Okay.
As a kid, I barely watched cartoons.
Okay.
I remember I would prefer to have my baby doll and doing her hair.
Okay.
And one of my first jobs was in middle school at a hair salon. I was into hair.
Okay.
And I have a family friend member who had a salon, and I would go there on the weekends in middle school and did hair.
Okay.
So I was introduced to entrepreneurship in multiple ways, you know. In my family, my uncles had a construction company, and my aunt, she was one of the first females to have a demolition contract in Detroit.
Wow.
Are you an only child?
I am not.
How many siblings?
3.
3. Girls, boys?
2 boys and a girl.
Oh, no, not the spoiled one.
Okay, go
But
ahead.
I have the upbringing of such is different. You know,
Yes.
we weren't brought up in the same household. Though.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So anyhow, to your question of reading books and
Yes.
being interested in reading books, I knew at an early age I wanted to have my own business. I wanted to be a business owner. I wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And I identified that at age of 12. I just didn't know when, or I didn't know what.
Yes.
You know, I remember being at church. And my pastor was like, you know, we have entrepreneurs in the building.
Yes.
And he's like, if you're an entrepreneur, write it down.
Yes.
I wrote it down, didn't tell nobody, you know. And the, you know, adults are probably, you know, gleaming in, but I wrote it down myself, put it away. And when I graduated college, I found that piece of paper and that note.
Okay.
But ultimately, you know, I think with knowledge, there's power. With knowledge, you learn, you grow, you can create, you know, and being able to continue to read and learn, that has just been something I've been passionate about for always.
You know, I mean, Ms. Theo, you got a winner here. Candace Cox Wimberly is a gracious go-getter, an enlightened entrepreneur, a proud author, and the spirit-filled CEO of Ingenuity College Preparatory
Ingenuity College Preparatory Institute.
LLC, whether mentoring the girl next door at spearheading international environmental reform. Candace is the embodiment of poise and passion. As a fierce youth advocate, internationally acclaimed motivational speaker. Can you speak on that, please?
Was fired. That was a lot.
Yeah.
I was thinking, let's start from the beginning. So when I graduated college, I started college prep program, which is Ingenuity College Prep.
Okay.
Ingenuity College Preparatory was focused on 12th graders and helping them get prepared for college. And that program was started.
Does that include helping them search for scholarships and grants? Now, that's what people need to know about.
So when we first started, and this was 7 years ago, we started the program with the intention to eliminate and decrease student loan debt. That was something that I was very passionate about, and the reason, one of the main reasons why I started the program, was to be able to help individuals have less student loan debt by being educated on the resources that were available, that included scholarship opportunities, that included how and why you needed to keep your grades up to get those scholarships, then being able to take advantage of programs that may exist on college campuses so that they can have less student loan debt.
Oh, okay, now stop right there.
Yes.
Approximately $160 billion with a B goes unawarded annually.
That's a
because
lot.
people don't afford $160 billion.
That's a lot.
Now, you don't have to be a or A plus in order to get grants or scholarships. As a matter of fact, at one time, I don't know if it still exists now, but Mayor Coleman Young had established a scholarship program for C students. He was not an A student. He was not. And he said there are a lot of students who will turn out to be extremely successful. But if they believe that the only way to get a scholarship or a grant is to be an A student, then they will lose. So he started his own foundation. Like I said, I don't know if it still exists, but grants were given to students who were in the class of C grades. But carry on. That's just one.
That's one of many, and there are different scholarships that exist that have different requirements. There are some that's as early as 6th grade. So 7 years later, we've come to learn about different additional resources, and now start programming as early as 6th grade all the way through adult education and doing even GED programming. And being able to provide those resources really helps parents tremendously, even to the speaking point. I did a training this past weekend for a parent association meeting, and being able to provide them with financial literacy support to help them get ready. And these parents had children who were in middle school.
Now, you're also saying that those who have to go through the GED program are eligible to apply for scholarships and grants as well. Is that correct, what you just said?
No, what I said was that's the audience that I also provide training and support to. So that is essentially something they definitely can take advantage of to a different extent depending on the type of higher education they're seeking once they're done with their GED. Absolutely. There's different types of funding and different capacities everywhere depending on where you're applying.
I need to know that. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, just to sum it up, college prep program started 12th grade. We extended it now 6th to 12th grade. And then from that birth, me working with young people in middle school more and seeing in the urban communities where a lot of young people were, not necessarily motivated. They had a lot of different issues in their home. They came to school discouraged, and being able to see them still push and come. And it was my mission each day to have them say an affirmation before they left the day. And we would say an affirmation every day to build their motivation and help them be more inspired. And one of them was, I am a genius. And we would say that every day, I am a genius, to awaken that within them to understand and know that they are a genius. So every day we would say that, and we would continue to reaffirm it. And then I continued to see it, not only with just our young people, but just more in the community. Well, a lot of individuals weren't motivated, were discouraged for whatever reason, depending on, the circumstance, whatever it may have been. So that was where I Am a Genius continued to birth and grow from that. And now it's a separate business from Ingenuity, but it's to still provide that empowerment, collectively. It's all about empowerment through education.
What and how drove you or is driving you to be, and how did you become an internationally person that is a motivational speaker? What is that?
So international motivational speaker
Yes.
is someone who goes and speaks in different countries.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, I started, doing programming and speaking and doing things while I was in college. And getting that exposure at that time just kind of awakened the interest to continue to do it. So the last place I was at, it was Jamaica.
Jamaica?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Jamaica, and that was a great experience, going to some of the different schools and talking with, different individuals. And it was something that I have learned and know that it's just motivation needed across the world, and especially today, I think that there's a different level of heaviness that's been pressing around the world lately.
Yes.
More in a recent day, there's another level of strength that's, needed and required. And that's why it's going to take all of us to help one another the best so we can and spread more love. But gratitude is something that can help provide strength. So many people are going through so many different things today,
Yes.
And it's been an increase in issues of mental health. There's been a great awareness to give attention to that, to provide support to that area. But there's just been a number of pressing things that a lot of people are going through.
Yes.
Going through and just needing that love to be spread, being in that space to provide prayer, but that heaviness exists. So that's why motivation is helping. Motivation, to stay motivated myself.
Yes.
Being able to motivate each other, but it's going to take us to help each other.
I think that your journal would be beneficial to a number of the students who attend Wayne County Community College.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
They have young people who are getting their GED through Wayne County Community College. We have a college that has excelled so much to the point where their population of students is approximately 70,000.
70,000?
Yes, 70,000.
That's with the
Now,
7.
Yeah, that's right. 7000.
I've done work,
And Wayne
yeah,
State
that
is about 48 or so thousand.
Wow.
And they're doing a wonderful job with their inspiration.
You said
I
that
think
you've done
this
the
book
work?
Must be good.
I agree. The books for WC3 continue to be a part. I actually do training for WC3. I've been
Okay.
doing that for the past 2 years in workforce development training.
Okay.
So for the workforce development training, we go through and talk about pieces from the work, but being able to extend it to the additional audience of their students. We focus more on the GED right now, but we're hopefully that would be something to extend to the additional student body.
You're right. Well, even at the bookstore,
Yes.
to have it available in the bookstore there, it would be quite helpful.
It's a book that I think, and I'm a modest person, it's kind of like I touch it, I don't, but, I'm going to actually tap into it a little bit more and talk about it because it was the point of me writing it. It's a book that I created for individuals, like we talked about, to help hone in on their purpose, what it is that they're motivated to do. It's also a very instrumental tool for someone who's in transition. Someone who may be in transition with a job, maybe unemployed, and at that time and space, that could be very discouraging and cause somebody to feel really low. You
Yes,
know what I
yes.
mean? And the motivation. So that's where I hone in and go right back to reminding any individual that may be in that space, knowing you are a genius.
Yes.
Whether you are employed right now or not, don't forget you are a genius. And in taking this time to fill out this book and this tool will help build that motivation to remind you to kind of go into that route and figure out, well, maybe, and if you got laid off, it might be time to start that business or go into
That's
another
right.
venture or something you're really passionate about, because your gift will make room for you.
That's right.
It absolutely will. And I wish it was a book that I had when I was younger. And I'm glad that I have it now, because I still go back to it, and tap into different pieces on it that, provides motivation. And being able to provide it as a resource to individuals early, again, as middle school, to be able to start thinking about the questions, to start thinking about what it is that they want to do and being informed of that information.
I'm mad with you.
Don't be.
Yes.
No.
Oh, Miss Theo, I'm so mad. I'm turning blacker
What?
What happened?
What's wrong?
because I didn't have this book when I was growing up.
Oh. But
If I'd
Billy,
had this book growing up,
it's not too late.
and that's the
too
other
late.
and that's the other point too. You can be at a certain point in your life and you say, well, I still have more that I want to do, I want to accomplish.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking at this book, and that's what I was saying, I'm mad with you, because had I had this book, I would have been greater, because I am a genius.
Yes,
That's
you
right.
are.
You see, and that's the whole thing about being able to affirm who you are, what you're about. And this book gives you the roadmap in terms of questions, in terms of answers, how to answer your own question. You got questions, it shows you how to direct your mind into that positiveness of being successful. You answer these questions, and you're going to be on your journey to success. I'm through. I'm a genius.
Right. So for the last little portion of the show, if there's anyone who wants to call in and ask our guest, Candace Cox Wimberly, a question, feel free. 868-4336. That's a 313 number. 868-4336.
The numbers are, the lines are actually open at this point, so if someone wants to call the number, you can call in and we'll give you Miss Candace Cox Wimberly.
You brought up a good point where you said you didn't have it when you were younger.
Yes.
That's something that I absolutely think is important for us now. And, future leaders need our support. So giving back, being able to invest and buy this book
Right.
for young people that may be in your family, or you may adopt some young people in the school, or you may just say, hey, I want to contribute and donate for 5 young people. Can you go ahead and provide them with this book?
I would recommend this book. If going through, Ms. Steele, going through the book and seeing the subject matters and the way it is laid out, it is so beautiful. And when I say it's so beautiful, it's so simple for you to just take the book, go through it. If I had this book and I took about 2 to 3 weeks to just concentrate and just relax with this book, my life would, even at this point, I do believe, make a difference. I do believe that this book would show me the new chapter in my life that I would be able to go to, get involved with, and be successful at. It's that good. I see it.
Thank you. I agree.
If someone wanted to invite you to come and be a motivational speaker at their event or their school or their whatever, their business, how would they contact you? Is there something?
Yep. We have a form on my website, iamagenius.net. Again, iamagenius.net.
Got a call.
Oh. Good morning. Your name and how are you viewing us?
Good morning, Ms. Theo. My name is Mary Barbara. I'm calling from Oakland, California, and I'm viewing you off of my television of my WHPR live TV app.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Hi, Mary Barbara, Oakland, California.
Hey, Billy Jones.
You have a question?
How you doing?
I'm wonderful, and I'm going to say this real quickly, and I'll turn it back to you, Mary, to ask Ms. Candace Cox Wimberly the question. But I want to say this about your affirmation. This is a member of mine. I'm a 30-year fitness master from Oakland. Jones Asides was my business. It's still my business. And this young lady can affirm that when the ladies would come to the class, I had mirrors all the way around the program. And I'd have the ladies look into the mirrors, not at someone else, look at the mirror themselves. And the first thing we would say is, I am fine. And we'd go through reaffirming this 5 to 10 times. This is before the class would start. I am fine. You look in the mirror, you look at yourself, you focus on yourself. You're in here, you're working hard, and you can get the results you want because you have to believe, I am fine. Take all the negativity, what anybody else has said about you, your size, your shape, or whatever. You have to affirm that you are fine.
That's good.
Go ahead, Mary.
Yes. That's right, Billy. And he taught us to love ourselves.
That's good.
Yes, I would like to know, and I believe she answered it just as I called in, but I would like to know where to get this book, and I need her to repeat her website, please.
Yes, good morning. So the book
Good
can
morning,
be purchased.
sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Thank you for your call. So the website is iamagenius.net. iamagenius.net. And it can also be purchased on Amazon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the name of your book is I Am a Genius?
I Am a Genius Career Journal.
I Am a Genius
Career Journal.
Career Journal.
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right.
Very
All right.
welcome.
Blessings
Thanks for
to
calling,
you. Okay.
Mary.
Take care.
Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye. Do the same.
And I'll hear from you Sunday, okay? But we'll talk between that time.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Mary. Love you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
All right, man. Back to you, Theo.
Well, unfortunately, the clock is mean. Clock is mean, and the time just seems to go faster against us than anybody else.
That's right.
Anyway.
That's because you're giving out all that good, great information.
Yeah, we do take a lot of pride in doing that. The telephone number to the research is area code 248-234-2371. And I always say at the end of the program, it's not necessary for you to know everything. What is necessary is for you to know how to find what you need when you need it. We at Hood Research seek out as much information as we can to share with you to help us all make better informed decisions, Billy.
I'm going to give you a little something that, Speedy, if you know better, you would do better. I don't know the rest of it. I forgot the rest of it.
Well, what he says is, if you want to be nothing, do nothing.
Okay.
The only problem with that is you never know when you're finished. Now, Candace Cox-Wimberly,
Yes,
I am glad
ma'am.
that you had time to come and spend with us today
Thank
to
you for
share
having me. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
It was a
you're
pleasure
welcome.
to come.
Yes, and for you to share some very inspirational information and to let people know how they can focus and they can use your journal with which to focus to help them become better informed people,
Yes,
better
ma'am.
quality people, and they can be like us. I am a genius.
Yes,
How about
ma'am.
that?
Yes, you are.
All right, so sadly, we are at the end of this program.
No.
I know. It is so sad. But thank you so much for tuning in, and tune in again next week. Same place, same time, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
Hood Research, Theo Broden.